Will the EU's energy union be enough to tackle the challenges of transmission, interconnection and an ageing infrastructure? Will the elevation of renewables due to the need for decarbonisation push thermal power into new roles? Can the renewables issues be resolved without first attending to energy storage? Are you switched on to these issues? This is why we're here in Amsterdam. Welcome to PEI's Video News Daily at PowerGen Europe. In the fast-paced world of power generation, change has become crucial in the effort to create solutions that will maintain Europe's leading position in the provision of reliable, sustainable and universal electricity supply. In this year's edition of PowerGen Europe, new strategic and technical solutions to the key issues of workable policy and regulation, decarbonisation, flexible generation and cleaner operating coal plants are all on the agenda. At this year's Keynote session, industry leaders and policymakers outlined possible solutions to the industry's challenges. Penwell's Director of Conferences, Nigel Blackerby, led the Keynote session. We caught up with him and asked him to share some of the insights that he gained today.
This morning we've had our opening keynote for PowerGen Europe and Renewable Energy World Europe here in the Rye, Amsterdam. And we've had 4 really interesting and quite contrasting presentations from our speakers. Maria van der Hoeven from the International Energy Agency gave us a sort of global perspective, talked about the fact that Europe is on a road to change, an important transition, and the world is watching. She talked about the need for greater integration between the different sectors of the market and made a big focus on the need for energy efficiency. So our second speaker was from the Dutch employers group, the FME. Mrs. Enneke de Zentje talked about Dutch technology, which has been at the forefront of the energy industry and continues to be in the field of gas turbines and boilers. And she also emphasised the need for greater integration between the heat and cooling and the electricity industry. As we go through the transition, the closer integration is going to create a much more efficient way of designing an energy industry in the future. She was followed by Marie Donnelly from the European Commission. It was an impressive presentation from Marie because she was able to tell us about the developments of the energy union, the focus that's going to put upon greater integration between the member states of the European Union, the emphasis on energy efficiency, and she was able to announce that just this week 12 member states had announced a cooperation that are bringing together their energy markets for closer collaboration. So our final keynote speaker was Wolfgang Conrad, the CEO of Siemens Distributed Generation. He told us that the current world market in distributed generation accounts for about 1/3 of electricity production, but this is going to increase to about 54% in the coming years, and that we're going to see a much more involvement in smart technology that's going to be needed in order to connect all the elements of the power generation industry with the distributed generation elements, with the end consumers and with the activities of utilities in the future. If I was to sum up the keynote session this morning, I would say that there was a surprising degree of unanimity amongst our speakers and a high degree of optimism about the future of the European energy industry, which is paving the way around the world in creating a new, more efficient and more integrated energy system. And the technology that the European power producers and technology providers can bring to the party is going to be an important part of leading the world in a future energy system.
Thank you, Nigel. These key issues will be central to the discussions at PowerGen Europe and Renewable Energy World Europe conferences, which are the ideal places for industry professionals to voice their opinions and introduce a more practical perspective into the debate. At the exhibition, the halls are packed with new and exciting technologies and innovations, some of which have been displayed for the very first time. We visited a few industry leaders to find out more.
I'm here today in PowerGen in Amsterdam to announce the deployment of our first reliability excellence software solution globally. We're deploying this solution in wide gate power plants which is owned by PGE, a subsidiary of Centrica, a very important customer in our region. And this software solution at the end comprises 141 sensors that deliver key information and goes into a single platform that helps optimize the performance of our plants, and is instrumental to deliver reliability that our customers need, flexibility to operate in the challenging Irish market environments, and finally bring the cost efficiency that our customer needs in the long term.
The new technology is advanced condition monitoring. It's used to maximise the use of data that the plant has in terms of predicting plant problems early. It's a system that learns the history of the plant and therefore enables the operator to detect problems much earlier. The benefit of the system is that it doesn't try and predict failures. It uses the data and the references between the data, so therefore it learns what normal looks like. And if there is a deviation from normal, our system flags that up. So it can be a new type of fault you've never seen before. Our system will learn what normal looks like. It's a program we've developed internally called Spherical that uses complex algorithms and neural networks to learn your plant's performance, and therefore flags up problems earlier to enable you to proactively plan your maintenance and improve your availability.
Gas meters, but also liquid meters. There are also in power plants liquids, for example cooling water, feed water to boilers, condensate water, and that can be measured with ultrasonic flow meters as well. These have similar benefits, lower installation cost, larger measurement span, higher accuracy, less maintenance, but there are also more specific benefits. For example, if you have to install these meters in a plant that is in an area where the temperatures can be below zero, then you don't need to winterize, in particular, these flow meters. And that saves a lot of installation cost, and also it saves additional maintenance cost. So these new technologies make measurement in power plants much more efficient.
The technology will produce electricity from renewable bioenergy, biomass. And this energy is CO2 free, actually is a reduction of CO2 and help actually better environment and reduction of also greenhouse effect. Andritz, as a leader supplier of BFP technology and the boiler technology for biomass, will definitely focus in more higher steam parameter to increase the efficiency of the power plant and reducing of the biomass demand for such boiler.
Today I'm going to be talking about the SNCR technology. It's technology that we're introducing in a power station in the UK, but it's just one of a number of technologies that Doosan have to extend the life of existing power plants to meet future legislation for NOx reduction and generally improved greenhouse emissions. Drax is a great example of where Doosan tend to work with clients on a long-term basis. Going back to when the existing power plant was built by Doosan Babcock. And we've worked with the station all the way through to this point in time. And what this technology allows us to do then is continue to work with clients, extend and improving their own assets and the life of their own assets, and continuing our relationship with Drax and our clients way into the future.
Welcome back. We also look forward to the plenary panel discussion tomorrow. It's once again moderated by international broadcaster and journalist Stephen Saka, whose panel will debate the changing roles of centralised power and the growth of localised generation, as well as the new opportunities that are developing. The plenary session will take place at 2 p.m. in the Elysium 2 at the Rye. If you're unable to attend in person, then register at powergeneurope.com to view the full discussion live over the internet. It's free and you'll have a chance to submit your questions to the panel online. Don't miss it. There's more interactivity over the internet. Follow us at the addresses and hashtags appearing on your screen for more live updates. PowerGen video news reports are produced daily, and if you have some interesting news and innovations you wish to share, please get in contact with us. We look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Until then, stay inspired.